to get up here, because I know I'm from the corporate environment, where you work it out, it's all structured, and you know what you're going to do, and you go through your steps, and it's brilliant. One of the things that we're big on is shining. Like, supposing I could do a deal with you now, where I could give you enlightenment in like 10 seconds, real enlightenment. I can tell you what true enlightenment is for a start. It's when you shine from the inside. That's what it is. It's when you, and what Anne was doing, she was clearly shining from the inside. A lot of people, listen, do you know, Tom and I were talking about this last night, do you know anyone whose energy is consistently, we're saying not always, but it's pretty much up there, who struggles with their life for any long period of time? They never do. They never do. It's all about energy. It's always the low energy people that say, oh, I'm getting ill, I don't feel really good, what's going on? And you learn to shine from the inside. You see, I wrote a little thing last week about that. There's only two ways to enlightenment. Well, there's two ways. One is, it gets so dark in your life, you try and find the switch. That was me. That's what happened. Thank the Lord I found the switch. The other way is, a bit like a day like today, you put the switch on before it gets dark. That's what I want for the schools. I don't want it where someone's life is falling apart, where the doctor said, you are bipolar, when they're saying, I am bipolar, when they get the help. If you get a virus for your computer, it's no good getting the system afterwards, the antivirus. You get it before to stop the virus getting in. We got the system. I'm going to tell you what it is for lunch. I've got like 15 minutes before lunch to tell you something here I'm going to share with you, because I'm going to tell you how you change someone's identity. I'm going to say what's causing that. I'm going to say what's totally changed Jeff's life, and he's done all these courses. I'm going to tell you why Anne was saying just in a week, the person that's coaching her is saying, oh my God, what's going on? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you why. We had one guy that had been taking medication. How long was it, Jeff? Is Jeff in? How long was Martin on him?
20 years.
20 years, and he did BC, and he's straight up. 20 years! That's 20 years, like institutionalised with it. 5 days, and it sorted that. And I'm not saying, again, don't think, right, you've got to do the 5 days. I want you to get a lot from today anyway. The 5 days is if you want to take it forward and start teaching it and sharing it, which isn't everyone's bag, so I get that. But I'm going to give you something now. If you get that, this will change the rest of your life anyway. Right? Because like Anne said, he didn't say exactly, but you can't un-BC yourself. Once you've got it, you can't not get it. And I'm going to show you what it is. Remember like what Liz had got there, the identity thing. And I think I've got it here. Yeah, I've got it here. See, that's the bit of kit what, most people here, have got one of these. If you've got a PC, you've got one of these. How many people in the room haven't got any spam filters or firewall or any protection on their PC? How many people haven't got nothing? You just haven't bothered. It's not one, hang on. Listen to this. How many people, we're not including BC in this, how many people have got any protection on their lives and system? None. Guys, that's nuts. That's nuts, because I'm talking about your life. We've already established that your potential is unlimited. Your ability to love is limitless. I understand that we're not using that. We're going to come to that in a minute. Remember, we're not talking about usage. We're talking about capability. We've got nothing. So, of course, you're going to get messed up. But it starts at nursery. At nursery, kids start copying each other. What's going on? Hey, let me tell you, because I keep saying, I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you what it was, right? That's it. When I realised this, that was this. It's a script. It's a script. Most people, most of the time, are not choosing what they're doing. Ask yourself now, if you could choose, would you choose to be happier on a daily basis? Would you choose that? I think most people in the audience say, yeah. Would you choose to have more fun? If you could choose, would you choose to have more fun in a daily basis? Yeah. So why don't you? What's stopping you? It's all for free. This. What you've got, we inherit this. This is given to us. Right. Page at a time, by our parents. We watch what they do. We see they're getting stressed up. They see on the phone, oh, what's happened to them? They're not happy today. You know, what happens at nursery? And like every day you get another page, and this goes on and it gets bigger and bigger. Your parents got one. Guess where your parents got their script from? Yes, they did. And this has been passed on and passed on. So what we've got an inherited behaviour, and we think it's real. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called The Matrix. In The Matrix, Neo realises that there's a false world. There is a false world, and it's the world of the script. You get cultural scripts, you get religious scripts, you get family scripts, right? And for most people, right, so this is a metaphoric script that exists. So when something happens in our life, it could be someone suddenly dies on us. You go bankrupt. What is it? Page 5,063. Oh, very low energy. I feel desperate. Someone walks out on you. What do you do then? The one time you want to feel love, someone's just walked out on you. That's the reality. What does the script say? Do you know what it says? Feel absolutely shit. You need energy now. The one time you need energy, you feel worthless. There's pages on that one. You feel lonely. And you know what? We do it. And we do it because everyone else has done it and no one's challenging it. No one's saying, but why do you do that? So, personal development has fueled this. Do you know what personal development says? It says to you what it says to me and Liv. All well-intentioned. Got nothing against it. But what it did, it fuels the script. Because it says, well, you choose to be happy or you choose to be sad. So you read a book, you think, right, choose to be happy, choose to be sad, choose to be happy, choose to be sad, choose to be happy, choose to be sad. And you do the course, you pay a lot of money, choose to be happy, choose to be sad, choose to be happy, choose to be sad. Then what happens is, you get a phone call and it's not a good one. Oh, it's not gone to choose to be happy, choose to be happy, choose to be happy. It is so unreal. It is so hard. It is exhausting, it's not natural, and it is unsustainable. You're going to pop. And of course, a few phone calls later, you just say, oh shit, and it goes. That's where it goes. It's not real. But personal development says, you're choosing that. How do you feel when you feel bad, and then someone says, you read a book, you're choosing that? How do you feel? Do you feel good? Of course you don't. Your energy goes down even lower. There are books and books and books and books and CDs and tapes, and people are still selling this big time. The biggest part of personal development is, well, you're choosing it, and it makes you feel, no, you're not. Look, there's happy, there's sad. What would you choose, happy or sad? Happy. How long would you choose that? If I did it tomorrow on Sunday, and I said, here we go again, you are going to say happy. I'll do it on Monday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, next month, next year, in a decade, 2 decades. You are always going to choose to be happy. That only means one thing. What happens when you're not happy? Any ideas? What does that mean then? If you would always choose to be happy, and there is a time when you're unhappy, what's happening?
Not choosing.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all that happens, and all that's going to happen in your life. You're either going to choose, or you're not going to choose. This stands between you. Do you remember we said in my story, I just wanted to feel good? Where does a feeling come from when you get a feeling? Where does it come from? You. It can only come from you. An example, someone that did BC, tell you his name, Greg Lowe. He tried to ring me 2 Saturdays ago today, because his partner's dad won the 40 million. And he rang him and he said, I'm going to give you most of it, I don't need it. I said, listen, tell us the numbers, Dad. And I read them out, wrote them down, went on it, yes, 40 million, it's one. There's only one winner, 40 million, they've won 40 million. He rang me, I missed the call. 40 million, he told me they could not sleep. He said, I don't drink, we got hammered. I don't smoke. I was smoking a cigar in the house, smoking. It doesn't matter. He said, I rang everyone, so we're going to help you out. So that's what I rang you for. I don't play the lottery, but I'm told that if you go into a shop and you ask for the winning numbers, they can print them out for you, yeah? That's what I did with his dad, and he thought it was a ticket. He hadn't won. But don't you get it? What Greg said to me was, I know what it feels like for one night to win 40 million. Do you see what I mean? He had the feeling. He actually had the real. I said, Greg, that's priceless. Because that means any of you in here now, you have the capacity, forget the usage, I'm not saying you're going to do it, you could act like you've won 40 million. I'll show you what that will look like a little bit, if you really, because let's be honest, we could all use 40 million, you could help, even if you think, I don't need it, it'll go something like this. Imagine you get the call, and you're from lottery, even if you don't do it, you get it from Camelot, it'll be something like this. Yes? I've won. Definitely. And you know it's them, there's no doubt. You know it's not a wind-up. They've convinced you. How much? 40 million. Thank you very much. It's going to be like that. You're going to ring everyone. You're going to be, oh, you're not going to believe it. It's over. You're going to buy a house. Where you got holidays. It'll be something like that. Well, you know that feeling? That's in you now. But you think nothing's going to do that. If I said, and I would never do this, I want everybody to do that, yeah, you get some nutters like Jeff would do it. But overall, you think, I really do not want to, and you'd have some people going, I'll probably be one, I wouldn't want to do it. But it's totally irrelevant. The feeling's inside you. Don't you get it? That means you are complete. See, you're only going to ever do anything to feel good, to feel successful, to feel loved, to feel safe and secure. Feelings can only come from you. Like that house. I was devastated when I lost the house. It was just a house. It was a house that was built by people. It's just a really nice pile of stone that's put there. When I got my first Ferrari, I got a buzz for a while, but a feeling can't come from a Ferrari. Do you know it can't even come from another person? Even though you love someone, these things are giving us permission where there's a page in the script that says, well, you've met someone, yeah, you can feel love. See clause 4 for a month. Do you know what I mean? Or a year. Well, you win the lottery, you can be absolutely ecstatic. I'm talking screaming. How long can you scream? Well, how long can anyone scream for? Look, my voice has got about 20 seconds. You can scream. The shit hits the fan. You don't. Oh, I just want to be a parent. Yeah, for how long? And the kids wake you up teething. You know, that's in there. See, we talk how to behave. All I'm saying to you, and we'll be looking at this afternoon, what would you choose? When you walk out that door at 4:30, what sort of person, if you could choose, let's suppose you could, if you could choose, I reckon it would be so different. And that's all that's happening in our lives. We're just not choosing. And if you can get the freedom to choose, and that's where the system comes in. We've got a system that allows people to notice when you're not choosing, because you notice how you feel. You see, people say there's good stuff in the script, isn't there? No, there's not. Not for the script we're talking about here. Remember, this works. What we're saying today works. You're going to hear some more people this afternoon. This is everything you don't like, you don't want, and you wouldn't choose. Everything that's good is you. You would always choose to be happy. Let it in. That's for the antivirus. You get the good message, you let it in. But if you're not feeling good, you would never choose to not feel. I have lots of times where I don't feel good. Lots of times. There's been times this week I really haven't felt good. Do you know what I mean? It just means I'm not choosing. Big ears for this, because this is massive, what I'm going to say here. We've got to make it all right to not be all right. We've got to do that. That's the killer. That's what's killing people. See, they think they have the voice in the head. We're saying that the voice in the head is the audio version of this. You know, you get audio books. It's like that. You've got a voice in your head, a negative voice. That's stopping you accessing the feelings. That's what's stopping you. I mean, if there's anything that's stopping you, it's the script that says it's not appropriate. And we get this at school. How many of you, wanted to fit in with a gang at school? Some kind of gang at school, or at nursery, or a group of people in the street. That's where it starts. You're born totally unique. I mean, I don't know, can you remember when you used to think that you couldn't die with your kid? I don't know if you can remember that far back. Then one day, somebody, I'm going to die, where are you? Is that a script in itself? But that's when it starts. That's when we start smoking. No one starts smoking because they like it. You started smoking, if you've ever smoked, because you want to fit in with a gang. It took me about 2 years to like the taste of beer. It was horrible. I didn't tell my mates that. Like Jeff was saying, so I wanted to fit in. I wanted to drink beer. I learned to spit. I learned to swear. Did a few other things that perhaps I hadn't better say, because my granddaughter's here too. But it's the scripts. We're doing it to keep up with the Joneses. Get the right phone. All scripts. It's all the way that's doing it. The only thing that stands between you now is a script that you've inherited. Haven't you ever done it? Where you suddenly start behaving like your mum or your dad. A trait that you don't like about them. You think, oh my God, that was my mother. What was my dad there? Why have I done it? What's the script? Ain't that confusing when you think the very thing that might be shouting at the kids, they used to shout at you. It might be something like, you broke that! And you go, you broke that! Oh my God. Well, what it is because and it's okay. Because you see, there's other courses, they'll say, hey, come and do our course. You know, it's only a couple of grand and we'll get rid of your script. That's what I tell you. We'll wipe out all your past. We're going to hypnotise you, we're going to NLP you, we're going to get rid of this. Don't listen to Richard Wilkins, we'll get rid of it. Yeah, right. So what you do, you write them all down, you get the whole script, you write it on a sheet of paper, you put it, have you seen the helium balloon one? Have you seen that? You write the thing, you know what, you tie it to a helium balloon, and you let the helium balloon go up. And you feel great. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's all gone there. Then the next day you wake up and you think, bastard, it's there again. Or have you done the new agey one? Have you seen that? Where you write it and you put it in a fire, you burn it, and you get some little bells and you go ding, you go mim, and you have a banana stuck up your bum or whatever it is. I mean, no different. It's rubbish. It's not real. BC is real. There is a script, right? That script has come from your past. I don't know what's in your script. I don't need to know what's in your script. That's the only thing that stands between you. My sister died. She died when she was 79. My sister's cup was always half empty. Always. I told her that she was dying. Do you know what she did? Metaphorically, as soon as she said that, it was like, how long have I got to live? About a month. Fuck it. And that's what she said. and then she went in the home and she said, look, there's a bus. We said, a bus? She said, yeah. If I could just go on a bus now, she could see it. You see, she became enlightened. She became enlightened. Only because she thought, well, I ain't going to go by any of that now. I've only got a month. This is what I saw. I didn't tell you my story. I went to work in a hospice for a while. Listen, guys, there's more people smiling in the hospice than the checkout in Tesco's. They found something. They discovered something. I'm saying to you, there's a system that we can share with you, and as BC is getting bigger, this works. It works like nothing else. Like Tom, you summed it up. You can share a script with someone in a bank queue. Listen, do you think a kid understands the script? We have kids coming up to us saying, hey, mister, I get it. We get people that have done BC, the kids that haven't even done it, and the kids are saying, Mum, you're in your script. And what I mean by that, your energy, you're not choosing. This is what I didn't know for 16 years. I was standing on the stage saying, you can be there, and I meant it, and they agreed with me. No one disagreed. Everyone wanted to be there. Everyone went away. No one did nothing. I didn't understand that the script is in between you. See, every line in this starts, yeah, but. I hear what you're saying, Richard. Yeah, but my finances are not good. Yeah, but I'll do it sometime. Yeah, but my life, it don't make no difference. And you can play the game. You see someone, a little old lady walking down the road, a guy, it's true stories these are, guy's trapped under a car, he's screaming, little old lady comes along, she's 87, she picks the car up. You've heard these stories, they're true. She holds the car up, she holds it up just long enough to drag the guy out. She walks away, she never does anything like it again. How did she do that? How can a little old lady, because she went beyond the script. Whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, that's the only thing that's stopping you. And once you learn that there is a script, and you can go past it, it will change it. That's why we get fantastic results. And I'm going to tell you a story. I'll tell you the story of Lewis, something that I shared with him. You know, we know what's going on in people's heads is this. It's rubbish. That's the identity that Liz took. That's what it is. The identity of most people is what they've done. You ask someone, are you confident? Where does anyone go for the answer to know if they're confident? Where do you think anyone would know? How would anyone know if they're confident? What they've done. They look at what they've done in their lives. Have I ever done no, I'm not confident. They're basing who they are on what they've done in the past. So they say, no, I'm not a confident person, and it follows all that. How you change someone's identity as you find out, the identity of most people is that. That's choosing most of the time. That's why people daren't love as much as they could love, daren't be happy as much as they can be happy. What a contradiction. Because in here, these feelings are aching. But when people say, I've got a broken heart, you haven't got a broken heart. You don't. You've shut down on these feelings that want to come out. And this is the only thing. You're only ever dealing with one challenge. You ain't got three. Liz meets people. Imagine coming to see Liz for a session and someone says, what is it? Oh, I've got problems with my relationship, I don't feel good then, I've got low self-esteem, and there was all this stuff from my mum or my dad, and I've got this thing at work. And Liz says to each one of those, okay, work thing, how you feel? Would you choose to feel like that? No. Relationship, would you? No. So none of them. So none of them you're choosing, that means all of them are the script. You only have one challenge in your life, like me now, right? I've got to stop for lunch, I'm just a couple of minutes over and I'll stop in a second. But my words now are coming from my heart, I'm not speaking from my head. My heart is trying to speak to your heart. If they're not getting it, there might be some people who are thinking, I think it's a load of rubbish. I don't think you would choose to think it's a load of rubbish. You've given up a day. I think as you've given up a day, you would choose to get a lot from it. So if you're not getting a lot from it, it's the script. So I'm not up against you here. I know what you want, everyone in this room. Don't matter what your age is, don't matter what you're thinking of me now. And you, more than anything, you just want to feel good. That's all you want. That's the only thing that anyone wants. And if you're not feeling good, that's the only thing that can stop you. And when you get a real understanding of that, not just a real understanding, if you walked out that door today and you got that one thing, you said, there is a script, my God, I get that. And you start noticing how you feel, and you think, would I choose to feel like this? No, I wouldn't. That's my script. That alone will change everything, right? And BC is another thing I can tell you more about this afternoon. If you want to find out more about that, you can come and see us at the back of the room, either in the break time here, or tonight when we finish. I won't go to the last person who's gone. You know, what I've just given you is priceless. Whether you get that or not, I can't control that. I don't know, like Liz said, how aware, what we mean by how awake, how you measure that is, how much are you choosing? Someone that doesn't choose anything, just do what their mates do, just go, yeah, and just react, they bump into something. And that's what most people are doing, they're just reacting with their surroundings. Good surroundings is good, bad surroundings, bad. There's no choice in there, they're asleep. Their eyes are open, the opposite to conscious is unconscious. What Liz is meaning by that is, how much are you choosing? How much are you choosing now? Because you could choose to think, oh my God, this is incredible, I get it. If you get it, you can share it with other people. People get it like that. Just hold a piece of paper, that's the only thing. Your script and your parents, where it came from, and their parents. We've been controlled for so long. And what gets me to step up, and what can perhaps help, if you think, oh, I wish I could get it a bit more. How about this? If you walk, before you walk out that door, and we're going to share a lot more with you tonight, right before 4:30, if you got it at a deeper level, think of the people you could help. Don't just think of you and me. Think there are people that I know. Because tell you what, that's what killed Gary Speed. Somewhere in his script, I don't know where it was in his script. I don't know what it said. But somewhere in there, like Liz said, with that guy that chucked himself off the building, he said, Gary, you better die in being here. So the beauty is we don't need to understand and dig back and delve into people's past. We've had people that have seen therapists for years and in 5 days, just get this, it's just a script. So I'm gonna finish off now because you can tell I'm on a bit of a roll. I'm really struggling to stop here. How can I imagine what it's like for me? I hear people say, it saved my life. I've met people that have done BC and said, I would be dead if I were. How can I not try and give you all that I've got? I feel like I would be doing you a disservice by not giving you, squeezing every little bit that I've got. And there's a lot more to come. We're going to do sausage machine. Everyone loves a sausage machine. I've done it loads of times, and I love the sausage machine. So we're going to have a laugh. Guys, there's Hap. Hap, do you just want to wave? And there's Meg. You're not going out, are you? So the guys there, you go and see them, and Melanie's there. If you want to find more out about BC, I'm going to be here. I'll be in this room all lunchtime, or you can come tonight. There's fantastic food out there. But remember, I am a philanthropist. I am trying to give you a currency that you can share, and you can be a philanthropist. I'm looking for philanthropists before the day finishes. Thank you, guys. I'm loving this. It's done about it.